I tell you, don't sleep on Delaware Royal Farms, man. They pack it. Look at this. Got a 2-piece chicken box. Yo, the ones in Maryland, they only give you 5 fries. 5 dinky fries. Delaware, more than 5 fries. That's a win. That's a win for me. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Thanks for hearing that little spew I had about Royal Farms. I was just really shocked that they put that many fries. I mean, it was my first time getting that many fries from that particular Royal Farms, but I just always feel like Delaware Royal Farms is just much better. But moving forward, I went to visit Delaware to try to hook on some bluefish, and as an overview, I caught about 5 or 6 bluefish total, and I ended up catching 2 striped bass in probably the 15 to 16 inch range. And the bluefish were all maybe in the 16 to 18 inch, I believe. But I took one home for the dinner plate, and I let the rest go for the most part. And I highly recommend bleeding bluefish because they're such a gamey fish, and then immediately icing them. And talked to a friend about this, and we just kind of came to a conclusion that they're just so they're such an active fish, and they fight so well that probably what happens is that they overheat and end up just almost cooking themselves in a way, which probably gives that really off taste if you were to not ice it immediately. But for the most part, I've had generally a good experience with bluefish, but this bluefish actually I didn't end up getting ice for, I want to say 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and the skin on the outer edges were actually slightly grayish, like a purplish almost, where the blood almost feels like it kind of bled through. But just to give you that orange circle right there, that was fish breaking, and it might have been a little mixture of striped bass and bluefish, but I did catch a bluefish from this pod. As you can see, it was blowing up there pretty well, and it blew up for probably about 15-20 minutes down the canal, but I just could not keep up with them because the rocks are so jagged over there, so they were just beating me down, and at one point I just stopped chasing them because I couldn't cast far enough. Plus there was some boats that were blocking my range of cast, so I just let it go and figured I'd move on. The boats around that time, they were also catching some very short flounder, and this is on the incoming tide, so as you can see there, good fight. I mean, these guys are so fun to fight, and they taste pretty decent as long as you're able to preserve them pretty quickly. And there was actually a forecast for rain and thunderstorm that day, but that was very fortunate of me because I was going to go out regardless. And yeah, no one was there, so that was just really nice to just be out there by myself, and just two guys behind me watching. And I was surprised they weren't. I'm pretty sure they had fishing rods. They just weren't. They weren't fishing for some reason. They were just watching me fish. Maybe they had no hope. But other than that, it was a great fun day. This last video, I catch a striped bass, and other than that, thanks for watching. Right on the ledge. This might be a small one. Ah, 2 species. Some striped bass. Barely hooked.
lipped. Seems like a little mixed bag.